Brothers. Roll.
This is Tommy Reed with Reed Brothers, the Studio 503, and I wanted to add a couple more segments into our content, a Sports Minute and a Tech Minute. And I'm going to specifically talk about, or start with the Texas Sports Minute, because I like the Texas teams I like, and I don't much care for the NFL, the NBA, blah, blah, blah. It's people going 400 miles an hour to the left for 4 hours, not my thing. But I do like the UFL idea. I do like the IFL idea. I do like the rugby leagues that are coming out, more international sports. And I know that doesn't mean much to you guys, but we're going to have a little fun with the content, fun with the names, and go forward.
He's already deciding that it doesn't mean much to us.
Well, of course it doesn't mean anything.
Steering conversation.
You have no idea.
Steering.
You don't know me.
I do know you, and that's why I'm saying that. But I'm starting with the Texas teams, and I'm starting with San Antonio in particular, which the San Antonio Brahmas, the UFL team, and what's important about the UFL is the UFL is the XFL and the USFL merged together under Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and a few other people in Texas. And San Antonio, again, has a team. The Brahmas came out of the USFL. That was an abysmal failure.
United States Football League?
I think that's
or the You Suck Football League.
I think it was the You Suck Football League. Oh. But now, as far as the conference is broken down into XFL teams and USFL teams. And they broke them down that way because the cities that lobbied and won happened to had teams already. And I think I don't think the Brahmas was the original name, but they are, and they're doing well.
They're not the final name.
Well, I don't know. Although we did have a discussion the other day about which sports team has the absolute ugliest uniforms, and the Brahmas look like they washed their football uniforms with highlighters because they're a very, very brilliantly green team. Yellow.
I don't think I've seen those. I'll have to.
No, you'll see it.
Okay,
you'll notice that. But they're doing well. We're into the season. Got a couple of games under their belt. They're tied for first with the Seattle Battlehawks in the XFL conference. They beat the snot out of the Memphis Showboats, which
Memphis Showboats.
Is that like a
Let's go, boys.
Well, that's how they played football too. So, and for those of you that are
Showboats
missing traditional football, these guys come into play. So that's the UFL league. Now we're going to go into IFL, which the difference is IFL is Arena Football League, and what Arena Football
IFL is arena.
I didn't
Inside Football League.
I didn't name it.
Yeah. The Inside Football League.
Well, I think that's probably what it means. So, but it's football that's played on a basketball court.
I thought it was a soccer field.
No, that's rugby.
All right.
So they turf over a basketball court and play They play arena football on a basketball court.
Shit.
Hey, buddy. We have a dog.
It is Bean.
Sorry, that scared me.
Come on.
So.
Hey, bud.
The Texas, specifically the San Antonio team, is the Gunslingers, which they are not doing very well.
That dog licked me on the elbow.
They're not doing well at all. They're in the bottom of the bracket. Although I do want to go see a game because you can't really go out of bounds.
Where's the peanut butter?
Because they got walls. We will have none of that.
Walls.
They have a legitimate pad right there, so they can run directly into the pad. But they're very fast-moving games, very high-scoring games. So if you like that kind of stuff, watching the IFL games reminded me a lot of watching Rollerball, the movie.
Now, how many people per team on the court, on the field?
The exact same number.
Wait, so
There's
you have
22 people on the field?
On a basketball-sized court?
Yeah.
No, come on.
As far as I know.
I mean,
I just started watching IFL this year, and I found it interesting.
Wait, that's 22
people on the field.
What's a basketball team normally? What is it, 5?
10 people total.
Holy cow. Where do you run?
There's a lot of football. Well,
where do you go?
The games are quick. That's why I said rollerball, because it seems like a hockey fight from the get-go. So the rules are a little different. They play little games. San Antonio team.
It's like a two-step and pass.
Yeah. UFL, the Brahmas play at the Alamo Dome. The Gunslingers play where the basketball guys play. Now we'll move to hockey. San Antonio had a team.
That was the Iguanas, right?
I believe it was the Iguanas.
It was the Iguanas.
And now it is the Henderson Silverhawks, because they are the former San Antonio team is now the Grass League team for the Golden Knights in Las Vegas. So they play in Henderson, Nevada. So we lost our team to
Grass League,
Nevada.
Okay, there's a lot of things that I.
Oh no! Here comes the Golden Knight. Wasn't that in a movie?
Hey, they got the Imagine Dragons sing their open anyway.
Was it like
the Dallas Stars play in Austin?
Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs.
Yes, that's right. No, it's not. The Dallas Stars Grass League team is the Bush League team for the Dallas Stars.
Wait a minute. It went from a Grass League team to a Bush League team.
It grows.
Well,
somebody's putting too much water on there.
No, not enough. It's bushy.
But it went from grass. It was just little stubbies. Now it's
but that's football.
Bush.
They play football on grass.
Yeah, but it's a Bush League?
Whatever.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Now we're going to go into my favorite sport, rugby.
Rugby.
And San Antonio, unfortunately, does not have a team. But Texas has 2 entries in the list.
But they do have a group of people that play rugby in San Antonio. They just don't have an official.
They're not a professional team.
So I had just learned recently, because I have a relative that is a superintendent for a charter school, and that rugby is, an up and coming thing. There's been a thing in the state for a while, which I did not know. Because I'm like, I've never seen any rugby. I've never been to a rugby game. And I've never heard of a rugby game being played in the state, Texas.
Well, we have 2 teams, 2 professional teams now. That doesn't count the NRL, which is the Australian and the New Zealanders, or the Gallagher Premier Leagues, which cover UK and Europe. Little bean. So we'll go over the UK and Europe stuff later. I wanted to just touch base and get everybody used to me talking about the local teams.
Yeah.
Which are the Houston SaberCats and the Dallas Jackals. Apparently Dallas got the last choice of names for their teams.
Dallas Jackoffs? What did you say?
Yes, the Dallas Jerkoffs.
No, really.
No, it's the Jackals. Although, funny that you bring that up. The New England team is the Free Jacks, which is... They obviously had the last pick.
You can get all you want for
New
free.
England being like
that same 5-state area up on the East Coast. Like they have the New England Patriots. Well, now they have the New England Free Jacks.
Free Jacks.
No.
Free Willie.
SaberCats. SaberCats.
Free my Willie. Free my Willie.
My point is that the Texas rugby teams are faring well against the rest of the state teams, the rest of the professional teams,
rest of the state teams of the United States,
of the other United States,
not
teams.
The state team of Texas.
They don't play international yet. The IRL leagues do, but I'm not going to go into that yet until I'm done with these, because this is dipping our toe in the water of Tommy Reed's Sports Minute.
Tommy Reed's Sports Minute.
So now
we're going to have to come up with some dramatic music.
Dun, dun, dun. Right. So, and this leads me into Tommy Reed's second foray into the Tommy Reed Minutes, Stannis, and that's Tommy Reed's Tech Minute.
Forays.
And what I'm going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is multi-factor authentication.
Tommy's on a roll. Say that again.
I'm
multifaceted.
Multi-factor authentication. You, sir, are multifaceted. This topic is multi-factor.
All right, multi-factor.
So this helps everybody out.
Multi-factor.
So this is my PSA moment where I can go in and tell people. Multipass. where I can go in and do show and tell.
Boop, boop, boop. Let me see.
These are the little keys, and that key proves you are you because it's part of the something you have in the security triad.
One little
So-
of those things.
So when you want to secure and make sure you are you and you're logging into your email and it's not somebody else subverting it, you have a password, which is a single factor. You add this biometric key or a Windows Hello or the fingerprint reader on a Mac to form a secondary form of authentication.
So this would be your primary thing that you would have.
This is your go-to. You log in that proves you are you so that it's harder for people to hijack your accounts by using these nifty little keys.
I don't want to get ahead of anything, but so I can have that, and if I go in to get in on his computer, I could plug and do my business.
You
Like,
could,
get
and
in-
it would keep you separate from him.
Yeah, so it'd be easy to go in.
And he couldn't log. And unless
So
he
if
had
you're
your
on
key,
a public,
he
if
couldn't
you're
log
on
in.
a public computer
that would be where you
or
would
shared,
Yeah,
or shares,
that way.
not Sonny's, but shares.
Right.
no shared, not
Shared,
not a no. This is not a stock minute. That's your ball of
I
wax.
thought you were
later.
talking about gypsies, tramps, and thieves. Hear from the people of the town.
No, she's a Cherokee woman. Cherokee
you need,
woman's
You need to
better
work
song.
on that one.
Sorry. Share.
So these are simple. This one happens to be a Titan key that you can get directly from Google.
Released it. No, that was the Kraken.
the Kraken. Release the Kraken.
Different joke.
That was
We are the Titans.
Clash of the Titans.
So when you log in to your Google email account, for example, it's going to ask you for your password. Then it asks you for your key. You insert this, and it's got
You got to use
it's
different
got
words.
two
You got to
little-
use different words. You can't say insert.
stick it in,
Slide it in.
Slide it in right
slide
to the
it
top.
in,
To the
slide it in
top.
gently, and then it's got two little brass. You can see the little.
I see the little knobbies on the side. Most
You
of
put
them
your
have
fingers
that.
on there, and they make contact. So now that the system knows you're touching it, it transmits the certificate off of this onto your email and says, "Ha, this is Johnny Ray, or this is Dwayne, or this is Tommy."
You know how I know when you're touching it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you get purple-headed vein
Get little
entwined.
tingles.
Anyway.
So regular. Anyway. So this is helpful, and these
I
are
got
relatively
chills.
inexpensive.
They're
You can get them.
multiplying.
They go from $20 to $100.
Ooh.
And the $100 ones look like this one. This is made by YubiKey, and this has got a Lightning connector and a USB-C, and it's designed specifically for a telephone. So
A telephone?
a telephone, so you can plug it.
Like a landline telephone?
No, like a
Like
cellular telephone.
old school, put a dime in or quarter in?
So this is my Google phone. I can insert my key into the bottom, and when it asks me to, I can authenticate with the key.
Nice.
Or, for you Mac fan people, flip it over to the Lightning side, and the same premise applies. You plug it in. When it asks you for it, see, it says unlock phone, da-da-da-da, and you unlock the phone. So that is another, instead of using your face or your finger or whatever, you have a little key that makes it harder for people to get into your stuff.
But
And
I don't want
if
it
we
to be
have-
hard for people to get into my stuff.
Well, you
You're
have
talking,
to.
You're talking about junk.
Oh, my junk.
Yeah. So if you want more sports or you want more tech or you want different stuff, you're going to have to put in the comments what you want, and that way that'll tailor how I respond to your requests.
So basically, comment and tell us what you want to hear Tommy talk about.
If you want to protect your
If you want to protect your
information
junk,
and not somebody getting in your junk,
you don't want people in your
Yeah.
junk.
You don't want people in
You don't want the
Dwayne's
wrong people in your junk.
don't want Dwayne in your junk.
You don't want Dwayne getting in your junk.
Tell Tommy, what do I need to do to keep
Tommy
Dwayne
can
out
help
of my
you
junk?
out.
Wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
Well, all right.
That's good shit.
Yeah. I figured just advertising it that we had the ability to do
Oh, wait, there was one thing I don't think you talked. We still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing you didn't talk about, if you did, we didn't make a comment on it, and that was it was the whole the girls NFL, the girls football shit.
Oh, we skipped over that.
No,
Yes,
we didn't.
Well, I got excited because I got ahead of.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
the
we're still on here, so we can still continue with this.
Now
So
listen,
that's my
so
bad.
Tommy messed up. He was supposed to be talking about something, and we're
No.
going to transition into that right now. Segue.
All
The
right,
Lingerie Football League.
that's what. How come we haven't gotten tickets for it? That's what I want to know.
Because it's on hiatus for another 379 days.
But wait, here's the question.
Fuck.
You made a comment about this, and here is my question about that. They just can't be shown on the TV. Why can't they be shown in the public?
I don't know. I didn't do enough research to say exactly why they got pulled off, what they got pulled off of.
Tommy
Other than
dropped his
me-
balls.
Pulled off.
Tommy dropped his
Well,
balls.
I think somebody dropped a boob, I think is what happened. A teat was exposed or
Thank
something.
you.
Well, and it's so. Correct me
But if
I'm
you're
wrong,
interested
women
in it-
playing football
in lingerie.
in lingerie, that's their uniforms. And if you're playing the position of tight end, you already know what.
And for
know,
those
if
of you
if
that are
it's a
looking
tight-
for it on
if
the
if she's a
interwebs,
tight end or not.
the LFL, the Lingerie Football League, can be accessed, and X League is apparently the newer iteration. It says kicking off May 3rd, 2025. The X League, the highest platform of women's football in 707 hybrid format, tackle meets flag.
Tackle meets flag.
Well,
So-
here's the other
so there-
interesting thing is the
so the-
Lingerie Football League play on the same type of field format that the IFL, the arena ball people play.
And it's
Not at the same time.
And it's tackle football.
It's
Or
a
is
lot rougher than I thought it was going to be. And in watching some of the highlights or some of the teams, those girls ain't joking around.
They probably took over a year off just to heal from all the freaking.
They got some ballistic
carpet
boob
from
protection.
the-
There's
Hold
only so much Midol in the world.
But the thing is like
No,
man,
that's
that
a
shit-
performance enhancing drug. You
Oh,
can't use
no.
PEDs when you play. But there's some
What does the P stand for? What?
performance
Oh, performance.
penis enabling drug.
Well, it was female, so I thought it might have been something else. but-
Poussoir.
Poussoir.
But these girls, there was some slobber knocking hits. There was these girls. They were playing like they meant to
Slobber
play.
knocking hits. Well,
And
all
we
right.
can go into it further.
No, I can't. I can only go this far.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to
Go
Ask my wife.
So is there anything like I mean, they have this shit on YouTube, I'm guessing.
you can watch the highlights of the league of the LFL,
LFL, you've heard it. The ladies
Lingerie Football League.
Lingerie Football League.
Hmm.
Wow.
Lingerie, Lingerie.
Yeah, but here's the fun fact. How many of these people are actually women?
No, there's none of that.
Ah.
Because they're wearing some pretty skimpy uniforms.
Hey,
You
there are some people that identify as women. They can
Right.
wear some, and Target sells the right
They are
clothing for them to
they can definitely
hide their stuff.
they can definitely tuck it.
Tuck and roll.
They got it from Target.
Target.
Kids section.
According to the Intertubes, the Lingerie Football League was banned at some point due to they claim they're told they could not compete because the game's leaders decided that the event was inappropriate for the venues. And it's got a really attractive young lady from a particular viewing perspective.
And the next
Well,
day they
you know, here's
and the
the
next day
question.
they had a damn drag
Here's the
show.
question. We got women that want to play football in their underwear. Okay. Nobody wants that. But I bet you $1 if it was drag queens playing football, it would be
Well, it would be
okay.
an amazing
Somebody
thing.
would support that and put their hard-earned
Mhm.
money.
Absolutely. Be the fucking Rainbow League.
Now there is a differentiation between the lingerie football league that's played in the States and that's played in Europe. The one in Europe is soccer. So it's girls running around in their underwear playing soccer. In the States, it's girls with shoulder pads, helmets, and some really nifty undergarments playing slobber knocker hitting football.
They are wearing pads.
And they seem like more of a suggestion than anything else, but these girls hit
wearing
like
pads, and I'm not talking panel liners.
No. Although they may be wearing those, but I don't know.
That's what that.
Interesting. I got to see this.
And like I said, there's more to come in 300 days.
More to come.
Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Cut that out.
Touchdown.
We have
getting to the end zone.
We have a wiener.
Spike it.
Reed Brothers.